Hello, it is I, the game Signer. I am here with a puzzle that I intend to solve in a way that I assume will involve area, an amount of it that's hopefully low. That's the goal. Hi TN. So, anyway, what do you think? I know I need minimum one baby arm. That's something I can be certain of. So the notable thing here is that I need to... Well, I guess the first thing to do probably... Yeah, it probably is annoying to area. I imagine the first thing I want to do is just prepare a tin. This is gonna want to be a piston on track, isn't it? Or maybe a piston combined with another arm. Piston combined with another arm will be faster, and that sounds nicer for this. So maybe I'll do that. Well, yeah, when I think about where I want this result to go, the answer is like here, and I think it's kind of hard to make this arm. I mean, this is Kirill, isn't it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, I'm thinking if this, like, does anything. It's like pointlessly fiddle with those objects. Yeah, I mean, this isn't gonna be... Hey! Yeah, since this arm, as is, it's gonna swim through here, so I'll have to make it also a piston. And then, like... Yeah, reach is really awkward like this, because this arm is the only one that can reach there, and this arm is the only one that can reach there. Which, like, is maybe fine. I can probably technically make the fin like this, but it might be a bit awkward, and might involve wasting some space. Yeah, I don't really like this idea that much. It seems like an idea that might be bad. Well, yeah, in that case I can just instead do the more straightforward thing of, like, this, and then I'm just saying that, like... Well, I mean, there's no reason I can't just, like, put the air here, I don't think. Actually, oh wait, chirality might mean I need to do this instead. Because I'm noticing that, like... I mean, yeah, if I map this here, then, like, I need space for this to exist. And, like, I need space for it to exist when the lead gets attached. And I think the other orientation didn't have that, and this one kind of does. At least a little bit. I don't know if this is going to work very well. Doing this with a track would probably be better. Just, like, in general. But yeah, this thing might also work. I could do this silly product placement. Could work. Yeah, I have no idea if this is, like, a thing, really. Yeah, so I'm saying 2... Hey, I'm glad you like my explanations. Also, hi Aylin, you exist. Yay! Yeah, I think I want to, like, have you grab air while you start doing your silly thingy. Then I can attach air to tin as a start. And then, well, I guess, I think I'm definitely gonna be using this, potentially quite extensively. I guess I kind of also need to use this space with I'm currently doing things. It'd be really nice if there's like a smooth way that the product fit over here, but I don't think there really is. Unless, I mean, there might be some way to move like a reagent or an arm, but then you're just like taking up a lot of space. I don't know, I'm gonna try a program like this and see how horribly it goes. The answer might be very. I'm having trouble like visualizing this properly, so I just want to get into programming. Yeah, so this reagent being here could eventually cause problems, since it's saying that I can't swim directly from here to here, which I may want to do. Yeah, it could potentially cause pretty big problems, actually. We'll find out. Yeah, I think that at this cycle is when the thing starts to exist. So this should, if there's not a horrible collision that's awful forever. I guess I just delay you by one. Or nope, I don't do that. I guess I just have to be slow and sad. What? Oh my god. Well, okay, sure. If that's how you feel, game. God. Actually, is this going to cause the same problem? No, good. It isn't. Yeah, so that gets us that connection. And that starts doing silly things. God, I want this output to be somewhere else so badly. I could, actually, I suppose this is kind of convenient, and then it lets me do, like, something more like this. This is probably a much better way of approaching things. Yeah, and then you can just, like, start doing your thing earlier as well. I suppose I could put this, like, over here or something, too. I don't know, this is probably fine. I'll figure it out. Yeah, this, I don't know if this will clash or not. It clashes. So yeah, now I have this. Yeah, this is definitely a big face-stealing shape. It is very mean. So yeah, I probably... Well yeah, at this point, once I have this, I just need to add 2 over here and 2 over here. So I think that what you do at this point is like, let go, extend, grab, pivot it out twice, since both of those are at that sort of angle compared to the thinny thin. And then you, actually I guess you don't want to reset. You want to let go and then go right twice more and do that thin once you're done pivoting. And this gives me that. And now, well right, it's chiral, so this is the side that will have lead attached afterward. How will it have lead attached? I'm struggling to rotate things in my brain. So it needs to be there, the lead. Okay. So if I rotate this and push it, then it works. I guess that's what I'll do. Sure. Will you reset to get your dumb baby lead? Is the spy need to go into the open? Yes, good. Also, that doesn't work. Bad. I visualized poorly. So I guess here I needed to go, like... Do I need to go toward 1? I think so. This might be awkward. This might be really awkward. I'm concerned moving the lead up here. Moving the lead up there seems like it solves a lot of issues right now. I think I'm gonna move the lead. So now your default position is there. And these are instead of swings, pulls. Does this still clash? Oh my god, it does. Yeah, then these are instead of swings, also pulls. And the rest of that holds. Okay. So now let's start thinking about this. Oh, that's a problem. Yeah, huh. I guess then what you do is just be really late. Like, does this work? No. This is annoying. I don't know if I like this puzzle. Well, right, I guess the other way I can approach this. You don't need to be, like, get in the air by default. You can instead be doing, like, boo 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 push. And that's, like, the same as what you're doing here. And then I guess you can instead be grabbing the air by default and just, like, bringing it out of the way for now. Oh, this is going to have the same clash. God. Bad head boinkers, true. Yeah, and then you could just store this shape if you need to. Which, yeah, it kind of seems like you might. So, like, you can just store it there. And I guess delay that. Well, is storing that there even helping? I don't think it really is. I don't think you should be doing any of that. I think you should be trying to grab lead, and you should just do it slow. Bam. That's awesome. So then that gets us our lead. And then we'll write 2 is going to want to be ready to grab it and put it in position. Well, you're going to want to be going to get the thingy thing. So you can do like that with it. Also, this looks like an extra swing. Okay, let's find out what happens here. Yep, looks good. And then, yeah, you're throwing it to Narnia. That will fix it later. Pro tip, don't throw your molecule into Narnia. It's generally bad. Yeah, so the push is where things happen. So I'm just gonna get rid of all of this for now. And figure this out from base. Now that I at least have this stuff going on. Oh, you loop. Cease. I need to see the situation in detail. So yeah, now I guess 2... I think I'm assembling this in the opposite order to how I did it before, which isn't necessarily a problem. I suppose 1 just pivots it, Well, 2, actually, I think arm bases are smaller than molecules, right? 2 might be able to swing it from here to here. Swing and air, that is. If 2 rotates. Also, this sled might become a problem even here. I'll figure it out. We'll do something. So yeah, here 2, let's go. Is going to start venturing for the air. Well, 1 pivots it this way twice. You grab, pull, swim there, does it work? It does! With 2 piston, you could pull an input suppression? Oh, right, like, keeping the atoms over the inputs so that never respawns. I read that out loud, about to ask what an input suppression was, and I figured it out as I was reading. The lion in Narnia does not like unruly atoms that do not belong there. True. You get it. Okay, so now I want lead there. Which means I have to completely change how this is oriented. That's probably not the end of the world. I think what I'm gonna say here is that 1, let's go. And I think you would like push, let go, pull, grab, pivot twice. What does this do? That's so cool. Well, then I guess I want it 1 toward 1, which with this here, I don't think is a situation I can actually create. That's bad. I don't like that. Or, oh no, well, I can have my pistons rotate. That's a cool feature of them. 1 can go to the side and grab, and then 2 can push out and grab, and then everything's fine. Okay, good. This is going to be way slower than it probably should be, but hey. See, I have this situation. Awesome. Oh, cease. Stop being dumb. There we go. And then I'm saying that 2 goes back and pushes it out, while 1 goes to grab the lead. Sure. Yeah, this will just be reset. And then bam. Lead should be real at this point. Voila. That was so awesome. Okay. Now I need to figure out how to attach 2 more air to this. That sounds hard. Okay, if 1 pushes it out and then pivots it twice, then I have it, like, in position. Which is good. And then I suppose 2 can just pull it back in and grab a thinny thin and put the air there. Or wait, no, that isn't the orientation I want. So I pivot once then, and then I have the orientation I want. And I can put an air there, and then the last bond doesn't work, does it? Yeah. Yeah, it totally doesn't. 1 is totally in the way. Am I cursed? Why has this fate befallen me? Can someone explain? I hate it here. I should have done a track. Why didn't I do a track? I'm trying to think if there's a way around this problem. I am fluid in some area, so like, maybe there's some place that I could get the last thinny thin to that would work. I mean, if I want to, I can just throw a bonder out here, and then like, that should technically work. I'll do that for now. I don't think I like this design, and I think it would take a lot of tinkering to get to somewhere where I do like it. And so right, the idea was, well, I need to see this final situation again. And bang. So yes, 1, let's go, pulls in, goes there, pivots once, and then, yeah, pivots once, pushes, then 2 grabs and pulls in. Okay. Yes, I think I'm saying this. It's probably that pivot. This is way too complicated for what it needs to be, but oh well. Does this do what I want? I missed. How did I miss? I went 2 lengths, that makes sense. Does this do what I want? Bam, that's so cool. So yeah, then I pivoted. Actually, wait, I can't reach the spot. Am I an idiot? I might be dumb. Help. If I move it up 1, then I can reach that. That might work. I want to believe it will work. So yes, then here, what exactly am I actually doing? I am having 2... Yeah, so 2 needs to grab that air and get it to here. So, which will require this space being open at some point, since it needs to swing like that. This is going to end up just like horrible in every mech trick, isn't it? God, yeah, even getting it there is kind of awkward, actually. This puzzle is so awkward. I don't think I like this one. It feels like a lot of steps that just, like, exist to exist. And like, I don't really get the overall vision it all fits into. Or, oh, you're trying to grab the same thing at the same time. Be later. Or, well, I guess I could have you handle moving this thing around a bit, but eh. Yeah, the problem is that 1 just doesn't really have, like, a handle to work with, because 1 is the one that's, like, good at pushing it into that spot. Well, actually, oh, I guess 1 does kind of have a handle. If I just grab the tin, then I can push it twice, and that's the right spot. Yeah, so I do this, push, push, and then I think this will clash, unfortunately. Yeah, which is really unfortunate. So I think I just, at this point, admit this solution, like allow this solution to be bad at literally everything forever, by doing this pivot, because I want out of here. I don't like this puzzle. That's wrong. God. If I put the bonder here instead, then maybe it does something? I don't know, man. Well, actually, the thing this does... Well... I have no access to that spot. Oh my god. I hate this puzzle. In the world. Hold on, so if you take this... What I want is this. So I guess I'm grabbing onto that atom instead. Okay. You just have to approach it a bit differently is all. So yeah, when I grab this tin, then I actually want is that thingy. How in the world do I get that thingy? I guess through 2 push in before... Yeah, what I need is 1 more push. Or... I guess 1 less pull, actually. Or... no, wait, that's... yeah, that's a different thing. Actually, oh, I think if I have 1 pull right now... Yeah, just do this pull before, I think? And then extend first, too? What does this give me? Or, oh, that's the wrong spot. Okay, don't be a dummy. Here. Ow! Stop! That hurted. Does this work if I pivot first? That also hurted. Ow. Okay, so now if I do this... Wait, have I been wrong about everything forever? I'm confused about everything now, hold on. Pivots might be fake. Bonk, true. Okay, if I delay this further, then what position am I actually in after this pivot? Bam. The position I want. Just with this very in the way. How do I get that, like, less in the way? That sounds like a cool idea to me that I want to do. I mean, one option is swing all around this way. I don't think I like that option. I think it sounds bad. Yeah, I guess what I would do is just have 2 push it out before it finishes this whole air transaction. Yeah, so instead of this, what you do is let go, swing left, and at this point, grab it, push it, so you'll be at the right length for that. Yeah, and then later you'll come back and pull it back. Like that. This is horrible. I hate it here. Now I need to figure out how to deposit. I guess I could push and then have 1 grab it. Yeah, sure. We'll find out if one is at the right distance. Stop. Ew, no. I guess I just need to give it a reset. Okay. Am I out of hell? Yes. I'm free. This was awful. I'm certain that this puzzle's cleaner and better and actually fun if you solve it well, but like, this was horrible. I hated this. It's not Minaria, definitely not. I wonder what Minaria for this would be. Seems hard to prove anything. I persevered, technically, yes. You could say that. But I'm on the lowest notch, which I guess is probably the high end of that notch, but still. Huh. Yeah, 2 arms did make things a little bit faster, at least, in terms of cycles. Maybe this absolute nightmare solve is some sort of magic Pareto. I'll find out after I take a look at the next puzzle. Timing crystal. Okay, I've actually seen this one before. This one looks less hell. I mean, it also looks hell. There's like infinite opportunities for wrong bonds. And also one reaction that just like exists to vibe. That doesn't seem like that bad necessarily. I mean, like, basically... Okay, I think I'm gonna just do something simple and bad at first. Because, essentially... I could do this as a cost solve, actually. I might do this as a cost solve. It'll kind of be cost. We'll see. But yeah, the basic essence of my idea is that, like, we have a silly baby arm, which I guess will need a track in this idea. Bam. That's when it would work, which is sad. I suppose what I'll do is, like, have the gold swing all the way around, since I only need it once, and then have the salt be a more direct connection. Yeah, this makes sense. They swing the gold all the way around. It goes into there. Then I start applying salt and just rotating the gold each time. And this will handle the outer bonds. And then I just need to figure out a way from there to handle this ring of bonds. That doesn't cause wrong bonds. Which I don't think is actually that hard. And I do need to make sure that this actually does successfully solve the outer bonds. Because I'm saying gold, salt, salt, more salt. Alright, I will need a way to actually put a salt into the outer bonds initially. That's a problem with this. How do I solve that? I don't know. Good question, me. I think I will need another track. Amy. Is that track enough? I need a track somewhere, I'm not sure where. So, like... Well, yeah, I'm saying that, like, I grab a salt reagent, that's awesome. Let's say I have, like, gold, with, like, salt, all the salt, it all exists. So I guess I'm saying that I need to be able to fling assault into, like, there. That doesn't seem like something I can exactly do. Is there another place I could fling assault into? I guess, like, this would be another spot, which would work if I were 2 length. I could have, like, a dedicated 2 length baby. Just on top. And I don't need this extra track, hopefully. Although, will this clash? I think it will bonk if there's assault here, but there doesn't need to be assault there. Like, I could do something like this. Now the question is just, like, how do I actually get the, this rid of bombs the second to last, since I don't, well, this might work for that Rin. It would, I think it's gonna be horribly awkward and slow, but it might actually work, yeah. And then I'm saying that, like, it's going like this, basically. Okay. I'm gonna try coding like this and see how awful it is. We'll find that out together. So yeah, just a swing all the way around. So boo, boo, boo. Or no. Yeah, that, then that. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, that's the proper number of swings there. And then I start grabbing salt and attaching it here. And then pivoting each time. And I think I just do this for a while with arm 2 not being involved. Does pivot direction matter? I don't think it does. Or it might. I think I want this one. Well, I suppose the other way to do things would be to create, like, a stick of 3 at a time. And that might be faster. Actually, that does kind of look like faster and more convenient and potentially simply better. Oh, but will it cause... I don't think it'll cause anything awkward with, like, clashes, as long as I'm rotating the good way. Actually, oh wait, hold on. Am I being dumb about this? Maybe. I need to think about this more. This is hard to all keep in my head, so... Okay, first Rin, easy. Second Rin, I think also easy, we'll worry about that later. Third Rin, what I'm saying is that we have a stick of 3, and then this baby attaches a baby. And then, like... Well, yeah, I guess I rotate like that, so that stick is like that now. And then, yeah, this should work, I think. Okay, yeah, it should work. So yes, I believe that what I'm saying then is like this. Yeah, because I want there so I can attach the last one of the stick. So then I release, minus, swing left, grab, swing right, and you can do your baby thing now. Well, you... go, I think it's plus grab minus, and then plus grab pivot. I'm pretty sure this is what I want. And you reset. Yes, that creates the thing that I desire. So I think that eventually this will work, if I just repeat this a while minus the initial gold grab-in step. This is gonna be like 6 repetitions, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does this break? Well, it does if it happens like that, yeah. There was some... Yeah, there's some, like, special resets in, I think. Or, oh, did I just forget to reset after I finished that? I think I did. Yeah, this is the issue. Yeah, so I'll get rid of everything from here and figure out where I was and what I need to actually do. So I pivot that, then... Yes, this is supposed to be let go minus swing left, and then I repeat. Okay, I'll get rid of all the rest of this stuff. Which I suppose I can do with the fancy delete button on my keyboard. That's awesome. And then here, I actually copy 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this gets me what I want. Ah! That does make sense. Right, this is always going to happen. Well, so I guess in order to solve this, I would need an extra track on both, but that doesn't sound right. Actually, can I do this with 1 extra track? Maybe. So I'm saying is I do this. This might be able to eliminate this arm entirely, actually, since I think this can give the effect of this basically being like a 2 links, kind of. Oh, but no, this reagent is going to get in the way, since it's going to respawn. Yeah, I won't have a way around that doing this. This is very awkward. Like, quite horribly awkward, in fact. I suppose if I put this on the track, then it may be able to help. Yeah, this track would work, I think. So yeah, I think that what I'm saying then is that here, instead of us doing this then, it's like you grab, make a minus movement, which I suppose these can potentially happen in advance. Yeah, grab, make a minus movement. Actually, oh wait, you're... Actually wait, it's plus... Is minus the direction I want? I don't think minus is the direction I want. I think it's a plus movement. Let's find out what happens if I go here. Ah, true. Anyway, or, oh, this should have been grabbed from earlier. Okay. Okay, so what happens if I go like here? What does this do? Bonk. The plus is the correct direction. Okay. Yeah, so I guess I can just have you do a plus movement instead. And then I suppose... Well, you'll need another plus movement eventually, but for now I think we do like these swings, and then this should be correct to insert the thing that I need. And then from there, one can grab it again, which I guess means you shouldn't do this. In order to reset it properly. Does this make sense? It's getting fancy. Yeah, so you do a smooth little handoff, where now I'm in position to put in the last thingy here, which I think can actually be done traditionally at this point if I so choose. I don't know which is faster. Traditional sounds easier though. Oh, and I can also have two work on adding this in at the same time. Yeah. So yes, then you let go, minus swing left. You're gonna swing left. I suppose that you can't grab first actually, but yeah, you can grab, do that, do that. Then you can grab, do that as you do this. And what happens now? Yeah, the solo is actually coming together really well. It's surprisingly elegant. Okay, so you need to pull in another. Got it. Actually, oh wait, hold on. I misaligned something. Yeah, this plus is just completely unnecessary. So what I actually do here is... Well, right, it's a let go plus, and then grab minus, and that gets me where I want it, and then I think it's let go plus again, grab minus, pivot a lot. Actually, oh no, there isn't an orientation of this bonder that works anymore, is there? Yeah, I just realized, I think this strategy has issues. I think I need another bonder. Which, that said, isn't that hard to add, it just will add more cost. Good job. Yeah. Yeah, so I think that what I'm saying is that actually, like, some bonder here or something is actually also necessary. Let me think about exactly where it would be. So, like, I'm saying that that's bonded. So then when it's rotated down, it'd be like that, and that also needs to be bonded. So I think it's this bonder that I want. Let's see what that's like at this stage. Yeah, that looks like the bonder that I want. In fact, I could move it over here instead. To be faster. Yeah, it was more expensive than I thought it would be, but it is like working fundamentally. Actually, oh, I'm pulling in one more than I need to. Oops. Don't do that. I missed. Yeah, so this, or oh wait, they're ROM bonds. Oh, that makes sense, yeah. I see how it's getting ROM bonded. Okay, so I think that what that means is that, well, at least I'm pretty sure they were ROM bonds, so let me, actually, hold on, I can use this. Yeah, because these... yeah, I think I need to do this in order to avoid the wrong bonds. I'm pretty sure this is correct. Because the problem is that since we're getting pushed onto that bonder, yeah, you can see that this would be a wrong bond if that bonder were there. But now it isn't because of yay. Yeah, now I do this, and then... Right, what I do is I let go, I plus, I grab that, and I pivot a bunch before depositing. Grab. How many pivots do I want? Like 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably correct. Bam, deposit. And you can have a full reset. Does this work? It spins so much, but it does work. Yes! Yeah, that's actually a nice, elegant solve. This puzzle's cool. This puzzle's better. Thumb up. I approve. We've already been going for almost an hour. I suspect most of that was that first puzzle putting me in absolute hell. Yeah, let me check if this ending was Pareto. Does not seem to be. Which makes sense, is not the best solution. Once this finishes though, we'll get to see if it's Pareto as well. Yippee! Sorry for anyone who was here for area solves. I have done a cost solve. That, yeah, is not especially good on area. This puzzle just seems very hard to approach in terms of area, and very easy and fun to approach in terms of cost, so... Like, on my first solves of puzzles, it's really, really hard to, like, figure out a concept from nothing if I don't know the basic idea. Also, yeah, this is possible a lot cheaper, it seems, just very, very difficult. So yeah, like, the first concept I see is often what I want to do. Do you ever remove a rotation to see if it's necessary? In general, I would. In this case, I've done some stuff with similar puzzles where it requires, like, so many rotations before it works, and I've gotten used to the math of how that works. So here I'm pretty confident that's exactly 5. In fact, you can see in the GIF that this bonder just fired off for this bond, which would suggest that 5 is exactly correct. Well, you can see in the paused GIF at least. Yeah, this one I feel like might actually be Pareto. This one feels like it has a chance, it has hope. I'm looking at the Discord. Does it have hope? It might not have hope. It was a pretty decent solve. One that I feel pretty good about. I'm slower than Mr. Pig Puncher though, no! Tragedy. Alright, I think I might do like one more puzzle. Me. Voltaic coil. Bam! Through. So that is just like an atom here. Yeah, this is not actually a very complicated, like, it's not complicated to get the atoms I need. I just calcify half the fire, and don't for the other half. The complicated thing is assembling it how I want. Would multi-bonder be useful here? Kind of. The puncture punches again, true. So yeah, a multi-bonder would help with... It'd help with these bomb connections compared to just having this thingy. And I suppose I could repurpose that side of it for these connections as well, but it sort of just sounds better to me to have, like, these instead. And I think I'm gonna do this as an area solve, with the concept being just, like, do this. Awesome. I suppose I need to think about how I want to do this though. Something I could consider is like a wabu, you know? Yeah, a wabu, true. The idea with something like this would be that I float this area and I'm horribly sad forever. Okay, but more to the point. Did this work? I'm not sure. That isn't to the point. But I do want to think this through. This could maybe barely work. It'd probably be awkward as hell. Or, oh no, this could work if I put that there, yeah. Okay, more to the point for real this time. I need to figure out exactly how all of my fins bond together. Actually, this is a really dumb place for this lead, isn't it? What if I instead do something like this? This looks like it makes more sense. An amount of sense that is higher. Yeah, now I can do... Well, this helps me do more things with the lead. Still not like everything I could ever want. It's awkward to get it here. Yeah, one way to think about this is that I need to be able to get lead onto, like, every single cell of this pretty much, like, without too much fuss. Which this actually, it can mostly do that. The one problem is that getting lead here requires swinging fire, like, up over here at 2 length, which will float this, which is kind of sad. But otherwise, like, mostly fine. Actually, oh, I guess the other thing worth noting is that this is kind of not a great way to thin the polymer anyway. Well, no, it's not necessarily bad. It could work. So yeah, this, what I'm saying with this is definitely that, like... Actually, oh no, it doesn't really work. Yeah, because how do I ever do this connection? Well, I guess what I'm saying is that, like, my monomer is this. Like, these 4 atoms here. I think that's what I would be saying with this layout. Because that's the much easier connection for me to make. But it's still, like, not really workable, actually. Yeah, I think this product is not where I want it to be. So, like, does this make more sense? Or, like, just generally something where I'm sort of below it. It might, yeah. Because now, like, I'm saying the same thing, that my monomer is, like, these 4. Or at least I think I am. But, like, this looks better to work with otherwise, right? Yeah, this might work. I think I'm going to try coding from this position. and find out if it works or not. I have no idea what the answer is. Yeah, so it's definitely like using a weird monomer. I think you're supposed to use these four as a monomer, but I'm pretty sure that doing it the way I am should also work. Yeah, I guess, like, because I think I'll be allowed to, like, have a 2 extra attached, like, here. Yeah, this should work. Yeah, so I guess I'll start with doing fire here. Yeah, I'll start with like a fire monomer. It'll be alternating between 2 fire and 2 salt with this monomer. Trying to not immediate though equals good new possibilities. True, happy. So yeah, I think that the first thing I want to do is probably like... What is the first thing I want to do? Good question. Is bonding the leads a good first step? It seems like it would be, yeah. Okay. I will first bond the leads. Leads bonded. That was awesome. Then it's pretty easy to affix a fire to that. I may just do that to start. What I'm saying is basically like do that, do that, do that, do minus, do extend, and now that's in position. So then I can I guess I want 2 retractions. And I like turn this and, well, I don't need to turn that. A plus, I grab, a minus, I push, and then this should, bam, I have that now. Cool, awesome. Then I think I'm going to get this a bit out of the way while I prepare the fire on the bottom. So to get out of the way, I do all of these things. And then a plus again, a grab, or a extend, I grab, a pull, a rotate, a let go. This is gonna be a lot of instructions. I rotate twice, I grab. There's supposed to be a minus in here, I think. A plus. Does this do the thing I want? Is it horribly wrong somehow? I missed. I think this is 1 less swing. That seems right. Bam, that's awesome. Okay. So that is actually just my first monomer, I believe. Yeah, I think what I'd want to do with it then is like minus extend and yeah, then just move it over 1 more. Or, oh, is this going to be in the way? I think it's going to be in the way. I think it hates me. Which isn't the end of the world, since I'm pretty sure I can do this and it won't hit me anymore. It just means I will need to recode all of this fire grabbing stuff. Yeah, so this is an attempt to grab a fire, which needs to be up 1 more. And then yeah, it doesn't need that extend from there. It just does this. Well, at this point, there's a better way to handle the lead, too. Which sounds annoying and hard, but I'll figure it out. So, well, yeah, what I'm saying is that I can actually minus now. Then the let go, swing right, grab, push. And then let go, this would be plus, push again, grab, minus, and then, yeah, this should be like things that are good probably, yes. So then I just need to do the same steps to get this out of the way for the salt. In fact, yeah, how much of this just works from here? Like, this all looks... Oh, that's push I don't want. Yeah, so get rid of that push. Okay, wait. Ooh, and then does this subtract need to exist? I don't think it does, yeah. Oh, but what it needs to do is be extend instead. And then, yeah, I grab that. Then this will not be minus, it will be retract, retract, swing left. Then from here I'll just get rid of all of it. I missed. This needs to extend one more. I didn't miss. Wait, that doesn't need to be salt. I'm a dummy. Actually, oh yeah, but making it not be salt in my current layout is a little bit awkward. Yeah, I guess I need to get this out of the way by another, actually. Yeah, so... I think here, what I do is when I grab, release, and... Or wait, no, what's going on here? And retract in twice. Yes, to set up to do the thingy. Yeah, so here, this needs to be plus win right, grab, minus, and let go again. And then, yeah, it does silly from there. Yeah, I suppose I'd want to swing like that. And then, yeah, once I grab it, I need to minus before I do anything. And then a plus there. There's a lot of movement on this little dainty track. Yeah, so now I need to do this and that, and grab, plus, and then let go and minus and turn and grab and plus. And then I have the thingy. The awesome thing about polymers is you have infinite space. The horrible thing about polymers is you have infinite area. True. It's awful. Waboo. But yes, so from here, what I am saying is that the way I will bond to the next monomer is by pushing this out, grabbing the next thinny thing, which might be a bit of a ways out, judging by how much shifting around this whole thing involves. And then I banish it to Narnia, yeah. I guess, so... Oh, this might be awkward. I'm using this as storage space, but I think this is the furthest point I can actually reach to store my thingy thing with the monomer I'm using. Yeah, that doesn't seem good. I eat your lead ball, you think, okay, happy. Yeah, so like, if I go through this at normal speed, I'm pretty sure there's some point at which I need to use these cells to store. And like, I don't have a way around that at this moment. Does this cell being open give me a way around that? I mean, like, a little bit. Also, it's being really silly now. You wonder when it's gonna crash. Aha! Okay, I might be able to do something really weird. Oh, it's doing more things. Good job. It's kind of something. So yeah, my idea is that basically I think I am able to grab this fire and swing it over here without causing problems. That is the theory. So then as long as I can store in some way that's like fine for that, then everything's good. So yeah, my storage solution is going to change a lot. I think I'm gonna go through this step by step and look for when I start storing like in this area, because that's the code that needs to change. Yeah, so that's all fine. And then, right, I guess it's this point. Oh yeah, this fire being attacked already is maybe a bit awkward. I might need to flip the order of that. Is there another way to handle it? I don't think so. I think it's best that I flip the order of that. I think I need to do the other fire first. Yes, okay, I see it. So yeah, when I do this, what I want is not that thingy. Well, what exactly do I want? I want something, I know that much. I guess maybe I do want this thingy. Yeah, that's a convenient way to get that lined up there. Then what I do is I just do this plus movement before I drop. That's actually the fix that gets this out of the way for me to do my whole big swing over here, pull it in, put it there. Which I suppose is what I'll do now. Big swing over there, where I just put a swing here, I think. I should probably get rid of all of this by pull, swing, let go, there, that. Anyway. True. That should be a minus. That. Bam, that's awesome. And then I just let go here, grab that fire, and pull it in, and I have it. and then I just push it out, grab the polymer, pull it in, and I'll have my thingy. Yes. So yeah, this let go plus, or not let go. Yeah, I'm at range 2, so yes, let go. Let go plus extend, get confused, grab that, do that. Then I'm at full length, so I need to let go, retract, grab, push. And now everything is awesome. Then I suppose I can just swing right to grab the polymer. So yeah, yeah, my latest monomer is going to be stored here at any given time. So yeah, I just swing right and then start slowly escorting it, basically. Let go, swing right, get rid of all this nonsense. Grab, plus. Let go. I think you need to retract at this point. Minus, swing that way. Grab, plus. And then that should be right. And now, yeah, I think this actually just gets me the thing. Oh yeah, I miss a bunch, right? I do need to handle the missing somehow. Which I guess means that when I start grabbing here, I just extend. Well, oh, but that won't get me as far as I want it to. So yeah, I guess I'll just have one movement that whiffs on the first time. Or no, whiffs after the first time. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I'm saying that here, what I do is actually first let go, extend, grab. And this should actually get me the thing. Bam. And then, right, I start being silly. Which is unfortunate. So I suppose I go left, pull down, grab. Will that always work? I guess it will. Yeah, so this pull down is, or that swing left is instead pull down. And then that goes there. And then, will this always whiff on later cycles? I'm not even sure. Yeah, this becomes let go, swing that way, do that, grab, minus, then actually reset. And now it's in position. Yippee! I think I'm squaring off single arm solutions, that's too much to remember. Well, on the upside, we've done one monomer now, so that's good. Of course, the next monomer is different, involves salt, like a silly, but hopefully it'll be fine. Actually, oh wait, I just realized I made this based on the first one. I should have looked at the last one. It happens to also be fire, but yeah, waboo. Well, okay, so for the second thinny thin, I don't think it's necessarily much more complicated. Actually, oh wait, it might be more complicated. Ooh, I might get to do something funky. Oh, interesting. I think I make them in the opposite order this time. That's cool. Ooh, this is fancy. I like where this is going. Yeah, so I think that what I'm saying is that I need to do the top salt first and then the bottom salt second, whereas here I did it the other way around. Okay. Well, yeah, to start, the way that you make the lead is mercifully the same. Boink. Boink. You die forever. Yeah, this does work, correct? Bam, I have lead now. That's awesome. Then I'm going to prep the salt now, I believe. That makes sense to me. So, let go, spin that way, extend, grab, pull, minus, extend. That should prep the salt in the right spot. I don't need to reset. Then I think I just do like this and grab minus push. This should get the salt properly attached. I missed. Do I need another retract? I think so. Do I miss now? I didn't miss! Yippee! So yes, then now, if I store this here, then it's pretty easy to get a salt to there. So I just let go, retract, plus grab, minus, let go, plus, extend, grab, retract, or do that thing and overwrite my retract and be sad. Then I do all of this stuff. And this should be the monomer. This one felt simpler, but that's probably just because I already had like a plan that I knew was going to work for all of this. Yeah, and then from here, the way they combine the polymer is exactly the same. So I just copy those instructions. If I can find them. Find them may prove difficult. Right, it's... Yeah, it would be... Yeah, this is where it restarts, so... Let's just look through here. What's this? This is pretty much exactly what I want. Yes, it's... So yeah, once I guess I should get this into position here first. Okay, yeah, let's think about that. I shouldn't have stopped it. I could just go here. So many tiny instructions. True. Yes, I do this, and then I push. Bam. And then... Yeah, from here I'm good to just let go. Go here. Grab. Plus. Let go, pull in. Go that way, I think. Do that. Grab. Plus. Let me check if this is doing what I want it to. Also, where in the world I am here. So yes, that should be the thinny thing. And then I just move it out a bunch. Until this is here. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna worry about copying, since it's gonna be hard to find the instructions I want anyway. So yeah, now I do minus. Let go, plus, grab, minus, let go, plus, spin, grab, minus, and then I think this is what I want. Yeah, that should be what I want. Okay. Now if I reset, will this work? Will this make me a polymer? It certainly looks like it's going to. Yeah, hopefully this product spot doesn't cause any problems. I think it will complete at like that some stage through the movement of the polymer. The product number is going up, which is a good sign. This is so cool, I really like it. Yay, happy. I'm glad. It looks to me like it's about to finish. Will it work? Or, oh no, I was wrong. I miscalculated everything. But now this one should be actually about to finish. Yeah, it works. Awesome. And it's considered pretty good on area. It's definitely wasting some, like, over here. Yeah, this is a solution I'm pretty happy with. Maybe it'll be a thing. There's chance. There's hope. There's love in this world. Something like that. Oh yeah, it records the entire thing. Since it's weird polymer nonsense. I believe in you, little arm. Go. Oh yeah, it's gonna have to record both the salt version and the fire version. Even using normal monomers, this would have like 2 versions, but still, yeah. It is really funny, that massive swing. Yippee, I got a GIF. This feels like a good solve to me. I guess it isn't trackless or anything. Yeah, it's very possible that this gets beaten out in every way, but particularly since, like, I think height isn't measured for these things, and, like, this is pretty good on height. Height of 5. So yeah, maybe it's not Pareto. It does not seem to be Pareto yet, but I suppose we'll just have to see if the bot spits something out at some point. And well, I think that's the last puzzle, well, the last new campaign puzzle I'm going to do for today, but since we have some time and I do want to do this at some point, there is actually a non-campaign puzzle I want to work a bit on. Where is it? Here. So, off-stream I solved Proof of Completeness. Made a couple silly little solves, including this very nice clean little area solve. Which I believe is a min area. Yeah, I'm pretty confident. So, my goal is to change this to be 3B, which means 3 bound-in hexagon. Because right now, like, if you measure from this cell, you can see that, like, well, this counts as 1, and then you have, like, 2, 3 in this direction. Actually, wait, am I an idiot? Yeah, that's also 3. I don't know if I noticed that before. Yeah, you have, like, 1, 2, nothing else in this direction. And, like, a bit of space here, too. So, my thought is, like, can I make this into B3, and will it be, like, good, cool Pareto, or maybe potentially record, who knows, if I do that. Which I guess means I want to copy the solution first, since it's probably going to become worse in some ways, and it's definitely going to become different and experimented upon. See, I believe this here is a sensible start for doing this. Right, I guess, like, if I can make this layout work somehow, then it's technically cool and good, but I don't know if I can make it work somehow. Oh yay, it makes sense. Happy. So, I mean, this isn't a non-starter necessarily, what this is saying is that I do have to get this fire out of the way first every time. This should also probably be, like, yeah, this should probably act again only when it needs to, which I'll find that out as I go, I guess. Do I even keep any instructions on this arm one? I wonder. It's going to be a very, very different version of the solve. I think I will banish all known instructions to the void and start coding from this without instructions, because they're for loser. So yes, I'm saying, yeah, I guess it's gonna be like grab water, do that, reset, grab fire, do that. Now I have a little water fire thing. And then I want to swing this over to here to calcify one of the two. And then figure out how to deposit it appropriately. I will probably need to move this earth around whenever I want to deposit water, but that's a future me problem. So yeah, I'm saying that's fire here, water here. We'll think about fire first. Yeah, so all I have to really do for fire is... Actually, alright, Emily grabbed onto it. I just, like, do that, do this, do that, and I think this should work. What does this do? The thing. Awesome. That's so cool. So then, from there I have earth and air to work with. It's up to me which order they go in. May matter. Actually, oh wait, I can't reach this air. I might be dumb. This arm... I can use this arm to my advantage. This can be flipped like this, and it can become a piston, and now we'll have the reach I need to deposit air. Yes, that makes sense. Okay. So yeah, I'll have you, like, go there, grab, do the thing, and while this is going on, there's absolutely no reason that you can't just grab the earth and help with that. There technically might be a way for you to help on the very first thing, but I don't care. Yeah, I'm basically just gonna have you, like, do that, and then when the time is right, you just push, and bam, it's in the place. You know, I suppose that this arm can actually do, like, quite a lot of the solve when I look at it. Yeah, I might just have it handle Earth right now. Because all I need is, like, you let go, you pull in, you pivot out, you swing over, you push, you pull again, you swing that way, you pivot back in, I guess. Well, do you need to? You don't actually, yeah. And then you push twice, and one will then just take it to deposit it at this point if I've done everything correctly. This might be run orientation. Oh, you missed. That doesn't help. Pro tip, don't miss. I guess you just extend one less then. Yeah, extend one less. And I also flipped this product. Oop. Does this do the thing? Or, oh. It should if I reset you properly. Or, oh yeah, it didn't have you let go. But it does thin. That's what you need to know. Yeah, and then you can reset. So yes, that is one instance of the thinny thing. Now I do a second instance of the thinny thing. This time with the roles reversed. So this time we're doing air and water. So yes, how will I do water exactly? Well, right, I'm going to need to store Earth this time in order to have it just not get in my way. Apart from that's pretty simple, though. Yes, I do the exact same thing to initially get my stuff into position. I'll create a dummy arm to hold the instructions. Bye. And then here, I'll have the same fire water thing. And I just go grab the thinny thing, the water instead this time. I pivot like that, I pull in, I swing around twice, I pivot back and forth. And then, okay, I suppose I'm grabbing, yeah, I'm kind of grabbing the wrong part for this, but that's not a big deal. I can just let go, pivot, swim that way, grab the right part, and then I think it's just spin like that, do that, let go. And while this is happening, you are just holding that there. Does this work? Ah. I forgot to grab the water, apparently. Huh. Weird. How did I forget to grab the water? I guess I just completely forgot this part. But how would one do that? Well, okay, here's where I whip the water. Oh, am I just too fast? I'm just too fast, that makes sense. Yeah, so put that there. Put that there. And then that. Does this work now? Bam. And you swing it back because you looped. But thankfully, it's just in time to not interfere. So yes, that's water done. And now the last one is air. So yeah, I'll have Earth go there. You get air. And then... Right, so you'll need to contribute to this one again. I think this time 1 will handle the main operations, and then just trade it off to 2 to finish off. Yeah. I'll just like shove it into 2's face and be like, hey, push this, and 2 will be like, okay, sure, if you insist. Yeah, so let me think about exactly where I am. So yeah, at this stage, you do that. Well, you should be allowed to swim like that. Grab there. And swing it in like that. And then... Actually, does this work without spending extra area? Or, no, wait. Halt. Done. Also, my OBS is freaking out today. I don't know why. It doesn't like me. That did not spend extra area. I may have been doing unnecessary steps before. Oh well. Yeah, so I have this now. So now I just need to put it in front of you. Should be easy enough. Should just be this, this, this. And then, yeah, you're just gonna be like, grab, okay, sure. And so this is going to be the other way around. And you're going to actually reset at that point. Okay, does this work? You missed. You need to retract. That does make sense. Don't miss. Oh, that makes sense, yeah. I think I see what happened. So, well, what I'm saying is just that I need to do the same thing again. Which is kind of silly, but sure. And then you both reset. That's a very goofy way to end it. It's like beep 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 beep. Yeah, you saw the little wiggle at the end. What does mean OBS look like? Like, OBS is sorted into different panels, and it seems like some of the panels are just like going completely black, like, at a given time. It's very weird. And then when I hover over them, they fix themselves. Or just on their own after enough time. Don't know what's going on with it, but it doesn't seem to be affecting anything negatively. Hopefully. That might be true. By the way, why does 3B add up to 19 area? That's such a weird number. What's up with that? Anyone know? This puzzle's fun. I was skeptical of this puzzle at first, but like, it's a really good puzzle. Yeah, I actually quite like Proof of Completeness. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. Amy. Hexagon outside is even, but inside is odd. True. Weird. Jank. Evil. Alright, this is this one, Aperetto. Come on, it's gotta be. It's so cool, it's so fancy. How could it not be? I'm not getting anything. They might hate me. I don't think it's a Pareto. That's unfortunate. I thought this one would be. Odd plus even equals mean odd. True. Ooh, meanies. True. Me when meanies. I guess someone's actually, like, tried to set a 3D record before and done it, like, really well, since it's not super hard to optimize that for this puzzle. That makes sense. It is unfortunate, but it does make sense. I suppose the next thing to do here would be doing it as a height solve. Actually, well, there's... I suppose this puzzle technically has a minimum height of 2. Someone's probably done that before, but maybe I can do like a cool H3 solve that's good on other metrics, and that could be a thing. Yeah, I am kind of curious what the 3D record for this actually is. I think there's like a command you can use with the bot in the Discord. I might try and figure that out after stream. Yeah, for now I think I'm pretty tired, so I think I'll end stream. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye. Hope you enjoyed. Oh, and remember to like and subscribe. Babu.